is the packaging. It does come like completely shrink wrapped. Of course, it's very, very simple. These straps do not come attached. They do come in the box. You basically get the straps, the mask, and this way. The instructions. Now, it, again, very, very simple. This mask is $69, already a lot cheaper than the other masks that I have reviewed on this channel. The very first one was advertised as almost $7,000, and the other one was a little over $200, I believe. So already a lot more affordable and can appeal to a lot more people. Just immediately, here's how it looks. Be very careful when adjusting the straps. So they are Velcro and you do attach them yourself, but you want to adjust them to properly fit your head comfortably. Do not make it too tight because you will feel pressure from, I don't know what to call these silicone eye protectors. You will feel pressure in your eye and it will become uncomfortable. That's how you will know that it's too tight. You want to get it just right. So just keep playing with it. You can adjust all 3 straps. Like if you have big, like right now my hair is out and curly, so you would need to loosen up this top one. But like to keep it on the sides, you'll adjust the straps on the sides, of course. I do want to say that because of like the little chrome material, fingerprints, very easy to get on it. Inside as well, but it's very easy to clean, so don't even worry about that. You can use a face mask with this, so you recommend it with all LED masks to do your cleanser first. Please completely dry. Now, you shouldn't have to say this, but you guys know that I was shocked by a mask in the past, so I'm very traumatized and I would never go in without completely drying my face. But unlike that other mask, there are no metal prongs on the inside. You can see the lights, so that is a good thing. Now, this is a 7 light LED mask. The red light promotes production of collagen, stimulates cell activity, reduce wrinkles. You guys know my thing. I'm gonna look to forever. Green is to reduce blackheads and sores. Blue is for oily and acne prone skin. Now, me personally, I think purple combines the red and the blue. So look, that's the one I've been using, but I did test out other lights, so we'll talk about that as well. The orange is to brighten your skin. The cyan is to enhance cell energy to promote metabolism. The white light penetrates deep layers of the skin to accelerate metabolism of active tissues. And then they actually are in this order. I haven't tried all of them. I basically just went with what would work best for my skin. The last setting is like the color light cycle, and I'll talk more about that later, but I'll just show you how to turn it on. They're like no actual buttons. They do have the USB on the end to charge it. You kind of tap it and hold on to your beep. You guys heard that? And then you tap for each color. So it's gonna be the red. I think there's 2 reds. Sorry. So the first is the red, then it's the green, the blue, purple, and then I think it just cycles again. Or is there another green? Is that the cyan? Did I mess up? There we go. And then the white. If you go to the last one, that's what probably would trip me up. The last one is going to cycle through all the colors like that. Then you hold it down to turn it off. Now, there is this plastic piece that can get pretty dirty, I guess from like your hair, your forehead, whatever. Just make sure you clean everything thoroughly. I recommend using like a sanitary wipe. You can use disinfectant wipes, that's what I mean. And even some alcohol would do it justice. Now, I took my notes. I did take my notes. I believe it recommends initially using it 1 to 2 times a week for at least 10 minutes. So that's what I did. I initially started with the blue light, and the blue light again is for oily and acne prone skin. And the first time I used it, I'm not going to say I saw results immediately because that's just not how skincare works. You do need to take time and use it. I will say that as I kept using it, I went into, I believe the first time I used the blue, then I used like the light cycle, and then I've just been using the purple. Again, that's combining the effects of the red and the blue. I feel like that one you get the most out of. And I haven't seen major changes, but while I have my period, I do get hormonal breakouts, and after, they just like take forever to leave. They hate me. I did notice that it definitely held those at bay, and it did not make my skin any worse. Luckily, because I'm trying to be back on YouTube more consistent, and it's a lot of face. It's a lot of face. So that definitely did help. I will say the color cycle feature, I'm not very fond of, although like that is what I use for like the auto feature on my other mask. It's just a lot easier to just get all of it in at once. I feel like that's the best case to, if you're not sure about your skincare needs, to use that. However, I don't think that it's long enough. Now, I wish that it would last about 2 to 3 minutes for each color at once, rather than like a few seconds and then changing, and a few seconds and changing. Not that I really even know if that would make a difference, but I think, I don't know, for peace of mind for me, I wish that it would just have lasted a little bit longer in that light color feature. So while you can use serums and face masks prior to using this, I personally would not recommend it. I feel like it would just get a little bit messy. While it is very easy to clean, I think like just these little nooks around the eye portion, that would just make it like just a mess. You don't want to get anything in there. I don't believe these come out. Now, you guys know my other mask, you do have the option to put these in if it is too much light around your eyes. You don't have the option. You're not going to get any, you're not going to look directly in the LED light ever. It's actually a lot easier because it doesn't come with a cord. It is wireless. Once you charge it, and you can just sit, you can take a nap with it on, you can watch a show. It's a lot easier to maneuver if you're always on the go and you have stuff to do. So that is a big plus. You guys know my other one, it does have the cord and you have to hold it. But unless you're wearing something with pockets, it's just not going to work. And it is firm and secure on your head once you put it on. The other thing I do want to say is that compared to my other mask, the battery life is really good. Now, granted, I've only been using it for about 10-15 minutes each time, but my other mask, when I use the auto cycle for 20 minutes, it's basically good for like 2-3 uses before you're done. I think I've used this, no lie, without charging like 5 times. So it is really, really good battery life. Of course, it all depends on how long you use it, but if you're using it for that 10 to 15 minutes, I definitely recommend it. Definitely recommend. And I just had a good experience overall with the company, with the mask. Now, again, this is the cheapest LED mask that I've ever tried. I'm not saying it's the cheapest on the market at $70, but it works. It's pretty good. Of course, it's not going to give you results instantly, and you do have to keep up with your skincare. Keep that in mind, please, and thank you. Don't go and tell everybody that I said buy this mask, it's gonna fix your sin. No, you have to keep up with your skincare and your routine. Cleanse before and dry. You guys know I'm afraid of getting shocked again by a mask. Luckily, that didn't happen at all. So overall, I had a really good experience with this. I think it's also like good to travel with. Although, like, you'd have to be very careful. I just wish that, you get a little bit more in the box. It does come with the mask, straps, the charger, and the instructions. That's pretty much it. Not that you probably need any more, but